We do also want to recognize the Army recruiters that are in attendance. Thank you for joining us again on the 305 Plus Network, HBCU Plus app for the Trojans versus the Thoroughbreds. Yes, HIALEAH versus HIALEAH in this one. Good old-fashioned rivalry here in Miami-Dade County. And we're ready for some fireworks in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to the broadcast. Once again, I am Jamie Nunez, and the Thoroughbreds are getting ready right now to run through the tackle cancer sign. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. They're getting themselves hyped up at the moment. It is senior night as well. There was a very nice ceremony for all the seniors, all the cheerleaders, and some band members as well, getting recognized for graduating in the 2024 class. Lots of pink tonight throughout the broadcast, as you can see on the sideline, coaches and even players, and we get ready for the Thoroughbreds to run through the tackle cancer banner. Horns are going off, the bands are playing, fans are cheering here at Mylander Park. That's going to be the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds. They are 4-2 at the moment. And the kids are excited to play at HIALEAH Miami Lakes, as well as their HIALEAH Miami Lakes, as well as their academics have indeed improved from years past. And we are getting ready for kickoff. The Thoroughbreds are going to be kicking it off over here to the Trojans. Number 11 for the Thoroughbreds is going to be kicking the ball off. And we're off. The kick is up. It bounces once, bounces twice into the end zone. That is going to be a touchback. And this game is officially underway. If you're just joining us, my name is Jamie Nunez. Thank you for tuning in this Friday night on the HBCU Plus app and 305 Plus Network. We are underway here at Mylander Park. First down, shotgun formation. One receiver on each side of the field. For the Trojans, that's going to be about a tackle for loss, maybe for about a yard for the Trojans. That was a great attack of the gap right there for the Thoroughbreds. Great defense to start off the game. Second down now for the Trojans. The Trojans are fresh off a shutout, unfortunately, by about 30-plus points last week. So they are looking to get right here at Mylander Park against the Thoroughbreds. It's going to be a screen pass right there for the Trojans, cutting up the middle at about the 27-yard line. For the Trojans, that's going to be number 6. And that's definitely going to be good enough. Actually, that is short of the first down mark. It's going to be third down now for the Trojans. Will it be a quick 3-and-out to start off the game, or will the Trojans move the chains? Let's find out here on third down as they break away from the huddle and are getting set. It is going to be shotgun formation again for the Trojans. One receiver on each side of the field. Man in motion is a running back. We have a flag on the play. Flag on the play. It's going to be a false start on the offense. Looks like we had bodies moving, but the football didn't appear to move. Wasn't snapped. And I want to go back really quick to the Thoroughbreds. I did speak as well to the head coach of the Thoroughbreds, and he touched on the fact that he understands this rivalry very well. He mentioned alumni like Jerron Seymour and Rock Preston, alumni from the Thoroughbred, from HIALEAH, and he made sure that these student athletes on the field understood the magnitude of this rivalry. And that is going to be a sack. Loss of yards on the play right after the false start. Not exactly an ideal start for the Trojans. It's going to be a timeout right now for the Trojans. An early timeout. We're going to take a quick break. Thank you for tuning us in on the 305 Plus Network and HBCU Plus app. We'll be right back.
Something amazing is happening here. Climate researchers are weathering a data storm. That's because CDW transformed their devices and infrastructure with Lenovo ThinkPads and powerful edge-to-cloud solutions, delivering faster insights and increased performance, giving them the scale to stay ready for whatever's next. Make amazing happen. Lenovo and CDW.
And we are back here at Mylander Park. Thank you for tuning in this Friday night with us on the HBCU Plus app and 305 Plus Network. This is going to be 4th down for the Trojans. They are going to punt the football away back to the Thoroughbreds. This was the first drive of the game for the Trojans. Actually, it appears they're going to be going for it on 4th down. They're not going to be punting it away, and they're short. Going for it on their own side of the field on 4th down on a QB run for the Trojans. Certainly a questionable call if you're the Trojans to start off the game going for it on 4th down on your own side of the field. It didn't really make much progress there after the touchback to kick it off. Now the Thoroughbreds have a chance to get on the board in the first quarter after the 3-and-out of the Trojans. We do have a screen pass right there from number 10. That's going to be Jaden Bernard. He is a sophomore quarterback transfer from Central. He played on their JV team. He's getting the start today. It's going to be first down and goal, excuse me. Fresh set of downs there for the Thoroughbreds. And they hand the ball off. That's going to be to number 15. That's going to be to Jakari Weeks, and that's a touchdown for Jakari Weeks and the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds. What a way to start off the game for the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds. Capitalizing off the mistakes and the penalties from the Trojans. Absolutely ideal start if you're the Thoroughbreds. That was number 10, Jaden Bernard. First touchdown of the day on either side. Jaden Bernard, right here as we can see on the replay, The Thoroughbreds on just the second play of the drive. After the mistake from the HIALEAH Trojans right here. It's going to be an extra point attempt. Trojans. And we have the Thoroughbreds out here ready to kick off back to the Trojans. And the Trojans are making their way back onto the field. And the referee is going to be handing the ball off to the kicker, placing it on the tee. So if you're the Trojans right now, you definitely want to set the tone in the run game. Although you are down a possession, you're still within reach. It is a one-possession game. 7-0 right now with a lot of time left in the first quarter, 8 minutes and 40 seconds. The Trojans can certainly make their way down the field and put some points on the board, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. A little bit of a stutter kick right there from the kicker for the Thoroughbreds. And the kick is up. It's certainly not going to bounce. It is caught by the Trojans receiver. And he's lifted up and slammed on the ground. And that's going to be a flag. And if I was a betting man, I would say that that was unnecessary roughness by the Thoroughbreds. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty in favor of the Trojans. A little bit of an emotional tackle right there, a little bit amped up right there if you're the special teams player right there for the Thoroughbreds. I believe that was number 27 or 15 that made the tackle for the Thoroughbreds, and that is going to cost them a good chunk of yards to start off the second drive for the Trojans. Definitely want to execute with this ideal field position after the kickoff right there. And they are picking up the flag. It is going to be personal foul on the Thoroughbreds. Exactly right. Most likely unnecessary roughness. That's going to be a first down for the Trojans as they start off their second drive of the game. Although Jaden Bernard did score that first rushing touchdown for the Thoroughbreds, be on the lookout for number 3, Ryan Mathis, who was actually third team all-day as a freshman. So we haven't even seen a carry from him, but we are in tune for some fireworks. Let's see if the Trojans can put on some points. Again, with one receiver on the far right and the left with a running back in the backfield. Shotgun formation, and that's going to be a false start on the Trojans. Not how you wanted to start this second drive, especially after you were given really good field position. They were almost at the 40-yard line, and now they have to walk back to nearly where the tackle was made on the reception. That was a 5-yard penalty. We do now, this time actually, same setup, same formation, one receiver on each side, running back on the left side of the quarterback, shotgun formation. And that pass was nearly intercepted. It was batted at the line of scrimmage. It was nearly picked off right there. I believe that was number 20 on the Thoroughbreds. And that is exactly who that was. That was Giovanni Morley for the Thoroughbreds. Great awareness right there, but was unable to get his hand sticky enough to get the ball and take it to the house, which would only have been about 25 or so yards, about 30 yards to the end zone. Huge second down play, huge drive right now for the Trojans right now. 7-0, about 8 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Now we have two receivers on the left for the Trojans, one to the right, running back in the backfield. Snap is off, handoff, and that tackle is going to be just about right at the line of scrimmage. Fantastic job so far by the front line of the Thoroughbreds. This is a big third down here for the Trojans. If you're just joining us here on the 305 Plus Network, HBCU Plus, thank you for spending your Friday night with us here at Mylander Park. This is going to be third down for the Trojans. 2 receivers out to the left, shotgun formation, 1 to the right. Running back to the right of the quarterback here for the Trojans. There is going to be 2 safeties up top for the Thoroughbreds. They do appear to be in man formation. Running back makes a juke, but is unable to shake the second defender, and he's laid out. That's going to be 4th down. I don't even believe the running back got a play off, got a yard off right there for the Trojans. And it doesn't appear it appears we have an injury, but they just collapsed on the floor. I hope they're okay. Couldn't quite make sure what number it was, but it appears that we have medical staff from both sides, from the Thoroughbreds and the Trojans, approaching the player in a timely fashion. Thank goodness. We hope he's all right. And we're going to take a quick break. Oh, actually, he's back up. That's good. That's number 6 for the Trojans. We are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere on the 305 Plus Network.
Think of the pitch I emailed you.
Yes, the one that you emailed me. I remember. The pitch? Oh, Dog Days. What a title. Here we are. Very Victorian, which I loved. Unique relationship is formed. I love unique relationships.
With a twist.
I know, because I read it.
Great. I'm going to tell them you're interested.
I am genius.
And we're back at Mylander Park. Thank you for spending your Friday night with us. This is 4th down. The Trojans appear to be going for it again on 4th down in their own territory or their own side of the field. Let's see how it works out this time. And it's an actual punt, but that's a very, very poor punt. And number 20 is going to pick it up and go for it. He had the room, but what a great tackle right there by number 11 on the Trojans. And now the Thoroughbreds are going to have fantastic field position yet again. The Trojans are putting themselves in phenomenal position, or the Trojans are putting the Thoroughbreds, rather, in phenomenal position to score more points in the first quarter of this game, and there's still 6 minutes left. We got the band out here jamming out. We have the cheerleaders on both sides cheering off. And we do have some substitutions. I believe we have a timeout. One of these teams called a timeout. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere here on the 305 Plus Network app.
This is not just delivery. This is knowing even superheroes can use a sidekick. Walgreens.
No charger?
It's a Mac. The battery lasts all day. See you next week.
And welcome back. It is going to be 1st down for the Thoroughbreds, and that is an incomplete pass towards the left side of the field, the far side of the field. And that pass was intended for number 2 of the Thoroughbreds. That's Ronnie Jones Jr. Once again, if you're just joining us, the Thoroughbreds are in fact starting a sophomore quarterback who was a transfer from Central. He played JV for them. He's in shotgun formation. He hands the ball off to number 15, who already has a touchdown on the day, and that is going to be Jakari Weeks. Excuse me, Jaden Bernard was the one with the touchdown, but that time with the carry was Jakari Weeks. Right now for the Thoroughbreds, are going to be in shotgun formation again. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left, and the running back is to the left of the quarterback. Drops back and fires. Finds number 6 down the middle. Missed tackle 1, missed tackle 2, and he can't be stopped. It takes 3 Trojans to take him out for a first down. And he signals first down as he makes his way back to the huddle. That was number 6, Keandre Bernard. Wow. That was some physicality right there if I'd ever seen it. An after attempt. What a pass, and that point after attempt is up, and it is good. That's going to be a 14-0 ball game in the first quarter with 4 minutes and 44 seconds left. We're going to take a quick commercial break right after that point after attempt of the Thoroughbreds. It's 14-0 in favor of HIALEAH Thoroughbreds. Welcome back to HBCU Plus and the 305 Plus Network. If you're just tuning in, we're over here at Mylander Park. This is the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds and the HIALEAH Miami Lakes Trojans. Be sure to tune in next week. It is going to be week 8 of the high school football gridiron showcase. We have the South Dade Buccaneers versus the Miami Stingarees on the 10th. Central Rockets versus Stranahan Dragons on the 10th as well, a little doubleheader action. And then on the 12th, we have the Northern Vikings versus the American Heritage Patriots. And the fans are getting rowdy over here at Mylander Park. We are getting ready for another kickoff as the Trojans did just convert a touchdown. And the kick is up, and there is whistles thrown. There is a flag on the field, 2 flags actually. And it appears that it may be a redo of sorts. And that's exactly what's going to be happening right here at Mylander Park. Thank you for joining us here on the HBCU Plus app and 305 Plus Network. This is the HIALEAH Miami Lakes Trojans versus the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds. Good old classic rivalry right here in Miami-Dade. And the Thoroughbreds are preparing to kick it off. They are wearing pink shoes and wraps around their feet to support Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And the kick is up, and it's off, and it's caught by the Trojans. Juking left, but to no avail. He's tackled at about the 28, the 27-yard line as the Trojans begin their 3rd possession of the first quarter. Definitely got to shake it up right here if you're the Trojans. Perhaps give it to your Swiss Blade Junior Isaiah Osoro if you are the Trojans. Thank you for spending your Friday night with us here on the 305 Plus Network. You're tuning into Mylander Park. This is the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds versus the HIALEAH Miami Lakes Trojans. And right now, the Trojans got to make something happen here on offense. They cannot keep going for it on 4th down in their own territory. They have to move the chains. They have to make the way to midfield and get in field goal range and go from there. It appears we have another flag on the play. That's going to be a delay of game on the Trojans. I mean, it is just piling on the Trojans right now. Very rough start to the quarter. We have false starts, multiple false starts, delay of games, missed 4th down opportunities. Could have just punted the ball away, but instead went for it in their own side of the field to begin the first possession of the game. And we are getting ready here for 1st down. And that's going to be a deep shot intended for number 13 of the Trojans, but that was about 5 or 10 yards ahead of the receiver and the defender. Good coverage there by number 19 of the Thoroughbreds, excuse me. That was Brittane Mitchell right there on the coverage. It's going to be 2nd down now for the Trojans. The runs we have seen from the Trojans have been stuffed either at the line of scrimmage or before for a tackle for loss. Let's see what they decide to do now. Their most productive play was a screen pass to number 6 on the Trojans. Let's see if that's a recipe we see again. They really should run the ball more because at this point down 14-0, the opposing team just knows they're expecting a run. They're expecting a pass, excuse me. 2 running backs on both sides of the quarterback. Hands the ball off. And that is going to be another tackle for loss for the Trojans. This front line of the Thoroughbreds is going absolutely crazy. This first quarter has been going ideal for the Thoroughbreds. Defensive line is not allowing any type of efficiency on the run side for the Trojans. You had a near pick 6 if you're the Thoroughbreds. Your defense converted a 4th down, a turnover on downs to start off the game. And in your second play of the game at the Trojans end zone, you ran it in for a 4th down. 4th down. They are not punting this football away. And was that a flag? No. The Thoroughbreds seem to be sticking with what's been working. That's the 2 safeties up top, man formation. The Trojans, on the other hand, are continuing with the 1 receiver on each side of the field, but now this time they have an empty backfield. This is actually going to be a punt. Nearly fumbled, and that punt went maybe about 20 yards. Number 20 is picking it up, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. And we do have an injury on the field, number 72 on the Trojans. We hope he's all right. But wow, great awareness right there by the Thoroughbreds. That was number 20, Giovanni Morley. Giovanni Morley right there with the touchdown. Right here, bobble snap from the punter. And that was a very short kick. No one touched it, no one touched it. And then boom, number 20, Giovanni Morley takes it all the way to the house with the Trojans chasing his tail. Nothing but smoke and dust right there left by Giovanni Morley. Great awareness right there by Morley. Unfortunately, we do have an injured Trojan. That is going to be number 72 for the Trojans. We do hope he's okay. And the officials are discussing right now. We are going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
Hey, honey, what's all this?
I had McDonald's money.
Oh.
Get one favorite like 10-piece chicken McNuggets or a quarter pounder with cheese and get another for just $1 right now at McDonald's.
This is it. Our last night sharing a room. Tomorrow, we'll be in our new home.
They told you buying a home would take years, but didn't help you start. Still, you kept trying.
You'll have a yard to play in, a place to dream.
Hope makes it happen. With tailored mortgage solutions, Hope Credit Union makes homeownership happen for thousands of people, regardless of income or credit. Brighter futures begin with Hope.
Black culture feeds fashion, but fashion doesn't always feed us. So McDonald's is pairing 5 rising Black designers with 5 fashion insiders. Together, we can change the face of fashion.
And we're back on the 305 Plus Network, and the kick is up, and it is good. The point after attempt for the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds is good. It is a 21-0 ball game in the first quarter with about 3 minutes left. If you just are joining us, thank you. It is a Friday night. We appreciate you for spending it with us here on the HBCU Plus app and 305 Plus Network. This is the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds versus the HIALEAH Miami Lakes Trojans. Right now the score is 21-0 with about 3 minutes left in the first quarter. And we do have touchdowns from Javon Davis, Giovanni Morley, and Jaden Bernard. Let's see who we have scoring the next touchdown. Is it going to be a Trojan? Is it going to be a Thoroughbred? We're streaming on YouTube right now, so feel free to comment who you think is going to be scoring the next touchdown for either of these programs. And right now, if you're the Thoroughbreds, you just want to play smart, not only on defense at this point, but special teams as well. You don't want a play to explode out of nowhere for the Trojans, and then just like that, they're right back in it. And the kick is up. And it's dropped. It's fumbled. But it is recovered by the Trojans. And that's going to be just before the 20-yard line. And I do see a flag on the play. I do see a flag on the play. The officials appear to be discussing it. And it is going to be a replay right here. Right here, you can see the dropped reception right there by the special teams player of the Trojans, leading to the poor field position. Got to do a better job here on special teams if you are the Trojans. And essentially all facets of the game. Meanwhile, and this penalty is going to be on the Thoroughbreds. Take a step back real quick. On October 5th at 7 o'clock, the Miami Edison Red Raiders are going to be taking on the Miami South Ridge Spartans. That's going to be on the 305 Plus Network Gridiron Showcase. Once again, that's on October 5th at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can catch that on the HBCU Plus app or 305 Plus Network. We do have some substitutions right now for the Trojans. Number 24 is checking in the game, as well as number 14. Down right now for the Trojans. You gotta make something happen one way or another, whether it's running the ball, passing the ball, taking more shots down the field. Something's gotta happen right now. Empty backfield yet again, and the quarterback is just very confused right now. He thinks someone should be in the backfield with him. Another missed false start call right there, and that's gonna be a sack. Number 14 of the Trojans is sacked. That's going to be number 42, excuse me, of the Thoroughbreds. That's going to be Keyshawn Boyd. That's going to be a sack for Boyd, number 42 of the Thoroughbreds. And that's going to bring it to third down. We have number 9 and number 8 checking back in for the Trojans. Big third down here. You cannot afford to miss another fourth down conversion in your own side of the field. And a punt right now, the way the punts have been looking tonight for the Trojans, it hasn't been looking too good. I would have to say that maybe each punt has been an average of about 10 to 15 yards, and that's not going to cut it, especially if you're punting from your own 25 or 30-yard line. We do have a flag on the play. It's going to be a delay game yet again on the Trojans, just making life a lot harder than it should be if you're the offense of the Trojans right now. You can see the cheerleaders cheering on right there for the Thoroughbreds. They are excited about this 21-0 start in the first quarter with about a minute and 22 seconds left. The band is hype. The cheerleaders are hype, and I know the players are hype, and they're only going to get more hype if they get this stop here on third down against the Trojans. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers on the left this time, and 1 to the right. He's looking left, and it is batted down. That was, I believe, number 0 for the Thoroughbreds, and that's going to be Terrell Evans. Terrell Evans bats the ball down from the Trojan quarterback, number 14. And they are getting ready to punt this ball off away back to the Thoroughbreds. Number 40 and number 11 are checking in the ball game for the Trojans, as number 9 makes his way back out. Just to put it in perspective for everyone watching back home, the Thoroughbreds receiver, the punt returner, is at about the 39-yard line. The Trojans punter is at the 10. And that's going to be a penalty on somebody. That was a blocked punt right there by number 0, Terrell Evans. That would have been something if he had just gotten a batted ball and then a blocked punt. That would have been something to see. But that is actually going to be a penalty on the Thoroughbreds. Perhaps an encroachment. But it appears that the Trojans are moving back. Appears to be a bit of confusion for the Trojans, as the penalty was on the Thoroughbreds and not on the Trojans. They thought it was on them for a second. But now they are on the 25-yard line and have a little bit more room to work with in the punting unit. The punter's at the 25-yard line, and that's a bad snap. Better punt this time, though. And it goes over the head of a little bit of commotion after the fact after that play, flags were flying all over the place. Wow. That was quite the play right there. I mean, wow, that was a little bit intense for a second. Luckily, the referees and both sides, both coaches were able to gather their troops respectively on each side of the field. And it looks like it is going to be 4th down. And the referees are still discussing matters at the 25-yard line. And it looks like some coaches on the Thoroughbreds sideline are trying to hype up these group of young student athletes even more. Trying to get them going. Although they are up 21-0, obviously there's still some mistakes that are being noticed by these coaches, and that's just great leadership right there on display. Penalty was going to be on the Thoroughbreds right there. Appears to be penalties on both teams, but they are okay. There's confusion all over right now, especially with the officials right now. Penalties on both teams. And now we're right back where we started. It's going to be 1st down at the 25-yard line for the Thoroughbreds. We have number 10, Jaden Bernard, at quarterback, the sophomore from Central, who played for JV last year. And number 15 in the backfield, Jakari Weeks. He drops back, number 10, and he finds... Oh, incomplete off his hands. What a pass right there by Jaden Bernard. And that was intended for, I believe it was number 6. That was intended for number 16 for the Thoroughbreds, Javon Davis. Javon Davis already has a touchdown. Javon Davis scored earlier in the first period. There's only about 34 seconds left in the first quarter. 3 receivers out to the left for the Thoroughbreds, 1 to the right. Running back is blocking. And that pass is caught by number 2, Ronnie Jones Jr. Great tackle right there by the Trojans defender. And it's going to be 2nd down right now. Clock is still ticking, 12 seconds and dwindling. It appears that this is going to be the end of the first quarter with about 5 seconds left. I do not believe they will be getting a playoff. Both teams are going to be heading back over to their respective sidelines. If you are just tuning in, thank you for joining us and spending your Friday night with us here on the HBCU Plus app and 305 Plus Network. This is the HIALEAH Miami Lakes Trojans versus the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds. 21-0 is the score at the end of the first period in favor of the Thoroughbreds. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the 305 Plus Network. Welcome back to HBCU Plus on the 305 Plus Network. We're here at Mylander Park. It is the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds versus the HIALEAH Miami Lakes Trojans. And the Thoroughbreds, almost a near touchdown right there. That pass was intended for number 6 of the Thoroughbreds. That was Keandre Bernard, and that pass was from Jaden Bernard. From one Bernard to another. If you're just joining us, thank you for spending your Friday night with us here on the 305 Plus Network. Right now, number 10 quarterback Jaden Reed, sophomore, is in shotgun formation. He's dropping back. He looks left and he drops a dime to number 2 Ronnie Jones Jr. for a touchdown. Wow, what a throw. Jaden Bernard is dealing. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere on the 305 Plus Network. Actually, scratch that. We're going to stay here for the point after attempt by the Thoroughbreds. It is now a 26-0 ball game, but will it be 27-0 at the start of the second quarter? Let's find out. Kick is up, and it's good. 27-0. A touchdown in the second quarter, and not even 12 seconds have passed the clock, ladies and gentlemen. That is some impressive stuff right there by the Thoroughbreds. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the 305 Plus Network. Welcome back to the 305 Plus Network. I'll be your commentator for this evening's game against the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds and the HIALEAH Miami Lakes Trojans. I'm Jamie Nunez, and we're at Mylander Park right now. Very beautiful park here in Miami-Dade County. It is a 27-0 score in favor of the Thoroughbreds. We do have a lot going on this Friday. There is the Commissioner's Cup going on right now between the Northwestern Bulls and the Central Rockets. And speaking of Central, sophomore quarterback Jaden Bernard, who is dealing tonight, he played JV for Central. He is a transfer. And boy, oh boy, is he making the most of his opportunity. The Thoroughbreds actually have a 6'3" quarterback themselves, and he's a senior. He's actually been with the team his entire high school football career. So he's waited his turn, and he's paid his dues, and he's been starting. The Thoroughbreds have a 4-2 record. As you can see here, the cheerleaders are amped up. So is the band, the fans. They're all amped up here at Mylander Park. They're dancing away. They're cheering away. And if you can just look right here, the thoroughbreds are just waiting. They look like a lion waiting for their prey right now. One safety up top. They do have two receivers on each side for the make that two receivers on the left and one to the right for the Trojans. It is a handoff though, and that handoff goes nowhere. If anywhere, it goes for a loss of yards. And it looks like number 13 of the Trojans is limping, unfortunately. That's going to be Isaiah for the Trojans. Isaiah Osoro, he's a junior. He's hobbling right now to the Trojan sideline. Isaiah Osoro, the junior. It is going to be second down right now for the Trojans. Two receivers out to the right. Running back actually moves in motion to the left. Empty backfield for the Trojans. Second down. Quarterback drops back. He's running away from the pressure. And he drops an incomplete. There is a flag on the play. There is a flag on the play. And let's see what the refs decide to call when they huddle up. As I mentioned, we do have a lot going on today. It is a Commissioner's Cup this evening occurring over at Travis Powell Stadium. That's the Central Rockets taking on the Northwestern Bulls. Winner gets bragging rights for another year as they hold the Commissioner's Cup trophy. I hear it's a very nice trophy. And that flag, that penalty is actually going to be against the Trojans, so they are going to move further back towards their side of the field. One safety up top for the Thoroughbreds. There is going to be one receiver on each side of the field for the Trojans, and it appears to be two running backs in the backfield right now. Very, very unique formation right now for the Trojans. And the pressure was too much right there for number 14 of the Trojans. That was going to be Stefano, the quarterback. He had maybe 1 second to make up his mind and do what he needed to do, which was get rid of the football, but that was obviously not enough time. 1 second is not enough time for any of us that are tuning in. Number 11 is checking back into the game. That's going to be Wilson. If you're just joining us here on the HBCU Plus app and 305 Plus network, we want to thank you. It is Friday night. Thank you for spending your Friday evening with us. My name is Jamie Nunez. I'll be the commentator with you this evening. Number 78 is checking out of the game at the moment for the Trojans. That's going to be DeAndre. Two receivers out to the right, one to the left. Actually, make that two to the left because the running back just lined up outside. Stefano in shotgun formation. And that's a deep shot. And that's going to be, that should be a flag. That's a flag. That was a late flag. Interception by number 9 of the Thoroughbreds, Terrell Williams. Was a very athletic play, but unfortunately it's not going to stand. The crowd is going crazy. The horns are blowing. But unfortunately, this is going to be coming back. And not only is it going to be coming back, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually going to be moving forward towards the Thoroughbreds end zone, as we can see here on the replay. Look at, keep your eye on number 9 right there. Boom. Number 9 was not supposed to make contact with the receiver of the Trojans right there before the ball arrives to the receiver. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a textbook display of a penalty. This ball is going to be coming back, and not only is it coming back, it's going to be moving forward maybe about 10 yards or so. The officials appear to be spotting the ball at the 4. There's just a lot of confusion right here with the official. They're not on the same page at all this first half. 8 minutes and 49 seconds left in the second quarter. 27-0 in favor of the Thoroughbreds. But there's a penalty at about the 50-yard line, and we have an official that set the ball down at the inside the 5. Now they're making their way back to the spot of the foul. We apologize back home to everybody tuning into the broadcast. Thank you for joining. Once again, my name is Jamie Nunez. We are at Mylander Park as well. A lot of pink going on tonight, and there's a reason for it. That's because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so you'll see a lot of players and coaches with either pink shoes, pink socks, pink straps, pink shirts. Something or somebody is wearing something pink in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And now the Trojans get the ball at about the 47-yard line, 46-yard line. They do have one receiver to the left, 2 to the right, 1 running back in the backfield this time. Stefano is in shotgun formation. He points out the corner to the running back, and that is an easy interception for number 27, Jeremiah Mays. Jeremiah Mays right there with the interception. That's his first of the evening. And that ball was certainly overthrown by Stefano, the quarterback of the Trojans. As we can take a look on the replay here. You can see that this ball was overthrown here by Stefano. He clearly thought that his receiver was going to keep going up, but the receiver actually stopped right there. A little bit of extracurricular shoving right there by number 57 of the Thoroughbreds. But that's football. Shotgun formation here, and they actually the Trojans still had players checking in the game. They have no idea it's blown coverage. But the Thoroughbreds couldn't take advantage. If that throw was just a yard or two shorter, that would have been a touchdown easy for the Thoroughbreds. Trojans still had players checking in, and now they do it again. Blown coverage, number 11 with the reception and the touchdown. That's going to be Eli Tamir, number 11, with the touchdown. What a throw by Jaden Bernard. Wow. What a sequence of events. Right there, back-to-back plays where the Trojans had miscommunications with the substitutions. And literally, as the player is checking into the ball game on the sideline, he's running up the sideline as the play is happening back-to-back times. Head scratcher to say the least. We had an interception from number 27, Jeremiah Mays. Jeremiah Mays with a very nice catch for the defensive back. And then we have number 11, only a play or two later, Eli Tamir with a receiving touchdown. And that was a very nice missed tackle made by him. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Do not go anywhere. You're going to see more scoring in just a second on the 305 Plus Network. We'll be right back. And we're back. If you're just joining us, you just missed a magnificent touchdown from Jaden Bernard, the quarterback, sophomore, to his wide receiver, Eli Tamir. Eli Tamir made a defender miss a tackle and ran up the sideline for a very nice touchdown. The score is 34-0 in favor of the Thoroughbreds. And the kick is off. And it bounces once, and the Trojans elect to just fall and take the field position at about the 30-yard line. Thank you for spending your Friday evening with us here on the 305 Plus Network, HBCU Plus app. I'm your commentator, Jamie Nunez, for this evening's game. We are at Highlander Park, excuse me. It is the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds versus the HIALEAH Miami Lakes Trojans. It is going to be first down now for the Trojans. They got to make something happen here before the first half comes to a close. And the Trojans only have 5 players on the field. They have to call timeout. They just weren't prepared for the drive right there, it appears. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Do not go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll see some more scoring in a second here on the 305 Plus Network. Welcome back. As you can see here, the Trojans are getting ready to take the field, hoping to put some points up as they look to come back from a 34-point deficit with about 8 minutes and 19 seconds left in the second quarter. As you can see, this is the trophy. That's a very nice trophy. This is donated by the HIALEAH Miami Lakes Lions Club, the Big T Award. That's the city championship. And the winner of this game gets to take home that trophy. I mean, wow, that's a beauty right there. One safety up top here for the Thoroughbreds. Definitely look to be in man formation at the moment. Shotgun formation for the Trojans. One running back in the backfield, one receivers on each side of the field. Ball is up. High snap, fumble. We have a fumble, and the ball is still loose. Who's got it? The Thoroughbreds are pointing. They're saying it's their ball, and the referees agree. The referees are agreeing that is a fumble by the Trojans and recovered by the Thoroughbreds. Wow, look at this replay right here. High snap leads to a bad handoff and a fumble recovered by the Thoroughbreds. And now they're inside the 30-yard line of the Trojans, looking to score again as they're up 34 points just before the first half comes to an end with about 8 minutes and 11 seconds left. This time it's number 4, and he dials it back. Oh my goodness, what? And we have a flag on the play. That pass was intended for number 1, DeMarcus Anderson, and that was number 4, Byron Reese. Byron Reese checking into the game. That's going to be the 6'3" senior quarterback that's been with this program for 4 years. His entire high school football career, he's been a Thoroughbred. That was a very, very close call right there. And that was actually a penalty against the Thoroughbred, so even if that was a touchdown, it wouldn't even have counted. So now the ball is placed at about the 41-yard line. Shotgun formation for the Thoroughbreds. 2 receivers on each side. Bad snap, but he still hands it off to number 50. That's going to be number 50, Noah Bell. What a run. Oh, no, it appears number 56 is hurt for the Trojans. He's limping off to the side. And we're still going. 2 receivers on each side. Shotgun formation, but we have a flag on the play. Timeout. We have a timeout for the Trojans. We'll take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the 305 Plus Network. Stay tuned. And we're back. Shotgun formation for the Thoroughbreds. Hands off to number 50. That's Noah Bell. Noah Bell with the rush attempt. Big gain right there on the play. But it wasn't enough for a first down. Shotgun formation again for Byron Reese, who subbed in the game for number 10, Jaden Bernard. Noah Bell again. Oh, that appears to be a horse collar tackle, if I'm not mistaken. That's got to be some sort of penalty. Very interesting right there. Noah Bell with another rush attempt. Ended up being tackled, but it did look like a high tackle. Surprised no officials were able to get their eyes on it and throw the flag. But nonetheless, it's first down. And he hands off again to Bell. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Thoroughbreds. Noah Bell. They gave it to him not once, not twice, not 3, but 4 times in a row. And he cashes in for his first touchdown of the day. Noah Bell. That brings this score 40-0. As we can see here on the instant replay, calm and collected were the Thoroughbreds right here. Shotgun formation, hands off to Bell, and he is not denied right there. Fights his way into the end zone and puts up a 40 bomb against the Trojans. As we can see here, the point after attempt is about to be attempted. With about 5 minutes and 38 seconds left in the ball game. If you're just joining us, the winner of this ball game gets a very beautiful trophy. Not only do they get the trophy, but they do earn bragging rights for the next time, until the next time these two programs meet, and the kick is good. That makes it 41-0 in favor of the Thoroughbreds. And it's not even halftime yet, ladies and gentlemen. We still have 5 minutes and 9 seconds and counting. Big shout out to our camera crew who is out on the field this evening getting these amazing shots. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the 305 Plus Network. Stay tuned. And we're back. It's going to be a touchback. And the Thoroughbreds are taking over this game. 41-0 with about 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Still have the second half ready to rumble here at Mylander Park. Thank you for joining us this Friday evening. Once again, I'm Jamie Nunez, your play-by-play commentator for this game. That trophy that they showed earlier was really nice. I mean, I know if I was on the field right now, I'd play a little bit harder, knowing that not only will I get to have that trophy, but I get to hold the bragging rights over the head of the other HIALEAH school. That's the beauty of Miami-Dade football, is you have rivalries all over the place. We have trophies. We have programs having the opportunity to fight for trophies, like the beautiful one we have here at Mylander Park, and the other one we have over at Traz Powell with the Commissioner's Cup. And now the Thoroughbreds are going to be the ones kicking off to the Trojans. It is 41-0. It is going to be a mountain to climb for the Trojans, but people have climbed Mount Everest, so, and this is Miami-Dade football, so I don't doubt anything, not for a split second. The kick is up. It is a squib kick. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, and it is caught by number 12 of the Trojans, and he gets leveled. Absolutely lit up. Number 13 ate that tackle right there. What a big hit. Number 14 delivered that blow. Wow. Number 14. Number 14 really laid the boom right there. I mean, boy, oh boy. As you can see here on the replay, he's trying to go out of bounds, but not today. Not today. Number 14 of the Thoroughbreds absolutely wanted to leave his mark on the special teams play right there. Boy, oh boy, was that mean. And that was actually Tavion Lee, number 14 for the Thoroughbreds, with that big hit right there. As you can see, the coach is on the sideline for the Thoroughbreds. I know they're ecstatic right now. I spoke with them before the game, and they mentioned a number of things. One, the quarterback that we're seeing for the Thoroughbreds is actually a 6'3". He's a senior that's been with the Thoroughbred. He's been a Thoroughbred all 4 years, from freshman to now a senior. And the quarterback we did see initially was actually Jaden Bernard, and he was a transfer from Central. He played JV for them, and he's now a sophomore for the Thoroughbreds, and he started this game over the senior quarterback, who stands at 6'3", as a matter of fact. One thing the coaches told me prior to the game for the Thoroughbreds was that their best running back had been out for about 3 weeks, and this is his first game back. Number 3, Ryan Mathis. Mathis was actually a third-team All-Dade as a freshman, and now he's a sophomore running back for the Thoroughbreds. The coaches of the Thoroughbreds really made sure that the student athletes for HIALEAH understood the rivalry between Miami Lakes. They said that they'll deal with the outcome no matter what, as long as they play hard and fight. And that is the end of the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in back home. We still have another half of football yet. Don't go anywhere. Right now, the Trojans have a mountain to climb. It is a 41-point deficit in favor of the Thoroughbreds. We are going to have the bands performing, I believe, for both schools. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a second here on the 305 Plus Network. Stay tuned. Welcome back to HBCU Plus and the 305 Plus Network. As you can see here for Week 8 of Miami-Dade High School Football, the Gridiron Showcase, we do have a doubleheader on the 10th of October. It's the South Dade Buccaneers versus the Miami Stingarees, and the Central Rockets versus the Stranahan Dragons. And on the 12th, we do have the Norland Vikings taking on the American Heritage Patriots. Be sure to tune in for those matchups. And as you can see, we have the HIALEAH Miami Lakes band making their way on the field. Let's tune in and enjoy the show, shall we? welcome back. We hope you enjoyed the performance by the HIALEAH Miami Lake Trojan Band. And as you can see on your screens back home on the 305 Plus Network, the Gridiron Showcase for Week 8, we have a doubleheader between the South Dade Buccaneers and the Miami Stingarees. And the next game is the Central Rockets versus the Stranahan Dragons. And then on the 12th, we do have the Norland Vikings versus the American Heritage Patriots. Thank you for spending your Friday evening with us here on the 305 Plus Network. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Jamie Nunez, and we are over here at Mylander Park. It is a 41-0 ball game in favor of the Thoroughbreds. There is about 4 minutes or so, give or take, left until the third quarter begins. And we have a lot going on, specifically with the Thoroughbreds. We have touchdowns thrown from Jaden Bernard. We got Javon Davis getting involved. Giovanni Mori with a special teams touchdown. Ronnie Jones Jr. and Eli Tamir both had touchdown receptions. And we did have a big interception as well from number 27, Jeremiah Mays. And even Noah Bell, number 50, he even got in there for a touchdown just before the end of the first half. As you can see, the Thoroughbreds are lined up, getting warmed up for the third quarter, just like we are. Don't go anywhere. We're going to hear a word from our sponsors very quickly here on the 305 Plus Network. We'll be back in a bit.
What do you mean? You told me to do it last time. I just did.
It's third quarter time here at Mylander Park between the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds and the HIALEAH Miami Lakes Trojans. Right now it is a 41-0 ball game in favor of the Thoroughbreds. We have 18 seconds left until kickoff in the third quarter. And for lack of better words, to put it simply, the Trojans have a mountain to climb. Like I said a few minutes ago, there are people on planet Earth that have climbed mountains. And there are people who have not, like myself. So this can go one of two ways. I'm definitely rooting for one way. Personally, I hope we see some more fireworks from the Trojan side of things. But I know one thing for certain, we are in store for fireworks in this second half here. If you're just tuning in, thank you for spending your Friday evening with myself and the 305 Plus Network. I'm Jamie Hernandez, and I'm the play-by-play commentator for you this evening. As we can see here, the Thoroughbreds are ready to go, ready to get things going here in the second half, but the Trojans are still discussing some matters on the sideline right now as they're slowly making their way to the sideline, to the field. Actually, what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, back home, we don't see the score, you don't see the clock right now, but it does say 2 minutes and clicking. We'll take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 9 seconds.
Oh, they're actually on the sideline. I don't know what they're doing.
Welcome back to Mylander Park. We are ready for kickoff. We know the Thoroughbreds are ready for kickoff in the second half, but are the Trojans is the question. As you can see here, the football is placed in the middle of the field. The Thoroughbreds are ready to go, but the Trojans have yet to make their way to the field. I'm not too sure why the game clock is at 11:57, but a second hasn't kicked off. Oh, now they fixed it. It's at 12 minutes now for the third quarter. And the Trojans are finally making their way back on the field. I believe it was some clock troubles right there, ladies and gentlemen, back home tuning in on the HBCU Plus app and 305 Plus network. Once again, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Jamie Nunez, and we're at Mylander Park right now. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, in case you were wondering of all the paint going on in the crowd, on the field, on the sidelines. That's because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The Trojans are kicking off to the Thoroughbreds. They have to get a stop here, a fumble, an interception, a big sack for loss, something here to get started in the third quarter so they can overcome this mountain of obstacles and adversity here that occurred in the first half. At Mylander Park, we're underway for the third quarter, and the kick is off. And it's caught right there by number 3 of the Thoroughbreds, and he has an easy path to the sideline and potentially to the touchdown, and that's what happens. Touchdown, Thoroughbreds, number 3, Ryan Mathis. He's a sophomore running back who was third team all day as a freshman, ladies and gentlemen. As a freshman, he was the third team all day as a freshman. Number 3, Ryan Mathis. Look at the replay, folks. Right here, he catches at about the 27-yard line, and it's an easy path. Great blocking there by the special teams unit of the Thoroughbreds. Number 3 hugs the sideline right there. Missed tackle after missed tackle, and boom. That's a recipe for disaster for the Trojans to start the third quarter, but a recipe for success for the Thoroughbreds. Great blocking, great coordination, great awareness by the Thoroughbreds and Ryan Mathis to find the lanes, the running lanes, to find the blockers. Great awareness. And now we await for the point after attempt of the Thoroughbreds. As you can hear, the band and the cheerleaders for the Thoroughbreds are going absolutely nuts here at Meyerlander Park, and the kick is up, and it is good. The horns are blowing away here at Meyerlander Park. We'll take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. I told you we'll have fireworks in the second half, and sure enough, we do. We'll take a quick break after a quick word from our sponsors. We're back, and I hate to tell you I told you so, but I did, because I did say there was going to be fireworks in the second half, and sure enough, on the kick return, on the opening play, we had a touchdown. 8 minutes and 50 seconds and counting in the ball game. It is 48-0 in favor of the Thoroughbreds, and they kick it off over back to the Trojans, and it's a fumble. Bobbled reception by the kick returner, and he didn't fumble the ball, luckily, right there. And the Thoroughbreds are just playing with so much intensity right now, so much physicality. It started in the first half. Actually, it started in the first drive, in the first quarter, with their defensive line. The defensive line was very stout. They did not allow many runs for gain, if at all. I do remember number 6 for the Trojans. He did have one little screen pass that was successful. That was Vihari, I believe, for the Trojans. And that was their biggest play of the day in the first quarter for the most part. Other than that, it's been downhill for the Trojans and uphill for the Thoroughbreds. There is 7 minutes and 40 seconds and counting in the third quarter. If you are just joining us here on the 305 Plus Network and HBCU Plus, thank you for spending your Friday evening with myself and the 305 Plus Network broadcasting crew. I am Jamie Nunez, and I'll be your commentator for this evening. 48-0 is the score in favor of the Thoroughbreds. Right now, it looks like they're going for 2, which at this point, it really makes sense to try out some 2-point conversion opportunities, if you will. Unless they opt to just go. Scratch that. Is actually, oh, interception! Is that incomplete or an interception? My apologies, that was not a point after attempt. That was actually first down for the Trojans, and then immediately it becomes first down for the Thoroughbreds. Unbelievable. The Trojans just cannot catch a break. 6 minutes and 30 seconds and counting in the third quarter. The Thoroughbreds are fighting with such intensity, velocity, excuse me. And as you can see, helmets are off. Number 50 for the Thoroughbreds, that was Noah Bell right there on the spotlight, as well as number 11, Ellie Tamir. Both of them have touchdowns on the evening. And it appears that the officials are discussing something. I wonder if they're discussing if the pass was a completion or rather the interception. I believe they're discussing either something about the clock, something about the placement of the ball, whether it was a catch or not, or an interception, excuse me. So we'll see in a couple seconds what the referees decide to do over here at Mylander Park. Once again, thank you for joining us this evening. As you can see, it is first down, but for who exactly? Because it was first down for the Trojans, and is it first down now for the Thoroughbreds? It appears that the defense of the Trojans is coming on the field, and the offense of the Thoroughbreds is remaining on the field. Number 3, Ryan Mathis, is right next to number 4, Byron Reese, who already has a touchdown as a substitute for the Thoroughbreds, and he tries to get another one. Nearly another touchdown. That was attempted to number 80, Damian Chavez. Damian Chavez almost had a touchdown on the evening to accompany the rest of the Thoroughbreds. A quick no huddle. They're trying to get the defense on their, trying to catch the defense on their heels rather, not on their toes. They have 2 receivers on the right side in this formation for the Thoroughbreds and 2 receivers on the left. Ryan Mathis running back in the backfield. And he leaks out, flares out, and that's going to be another touchdown for the Thoroughbreds and Byron Reese. This time it's number 12. This time it's number 12 with a touchdown reception. Wow. That brings it to 54-0 with 3 minutes and 25 seconds or so remaining in the third quarter. Look at this replay right here. On the run. Easy touchdown pass right there, threading the needle to number 12. Wow. And it's been that kind of night for the Trojans, unfortunately, of HIALEAH Miami Lakes. It's safe to say, ladies and gentlemen tuning in, that we know where this trophy is going to be going. We know it's going to... Oh, it's a fake field goal. They're going for 2. And they get it! 2-point conversion is complete. I just said it makes sense to go out there and attempt a 2-point conversion, as it is such a large deficit for the Trojans. It just makes sense if you're the Thoroughbreds to go ahead and try any tricks that you might use up your sleeve in future contests for this season of Miami-Dade High School football. Very smart right there by the coaching staff of the Thoroughbreds. Two minutes and counting left in the third quarter. The Thoroughbreds have absolutely trampled all over the Trojans in this matchup at Mylander Park. So got some late substitutions for the Trojans. A minute and 34 seconds and counting. That's that beautiful trophy I was talking about right there. And the winner of this game, ladies and gentlemen, gets that trophy. It looks so nice. It looks like someone's winning a Super Bowl today. I mean, my goodness. City champions, the Big T. The Big T Ward. That was donated by HIALEAH Miami Lakes Lions Club. That's really a beautiful trophy, ladies and gentlemen, and the winner of this game gets to take that home. That trophy is going to be going to HIALEAH, but is it going to Miami Lakes Trojans, excuse me, or is it going to the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds? It's going to be a touchback right there as the kick was underway for the Trojans. And boy, oh boy, we've had touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. I mean, right there was number 4 to number 12 of the Thoroughbreds. Before that, it was Noah Bell who ran one in as a result of a Jeremiah Mays interception. Ellie Tamir and Ronnie Jones Jr. both with touchdown receptions for the Thoroughbreds. Giovanni Mori got on the board for the special teams as he picked up a ball and scooped it in for a touchdown. And of course, how can we forget Jaden Bernard and Javon Davis? Jaden Bernard looked absolutely wonderful today. He only played a short amount of the game, and that is the end of the third quarter, actually. The score is 56-0. Look at the fans. Look at the crowd. The cheerleaders, they're going absolutely crazy. They're super stoked that it's a blowout here at Mylander Park, 56-0 in favor of the Thoroughbreds. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on 305 Plus Network. And we're back here at Mylander Park for the fourth quarter of the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds taking on the HIALEAH Miami Lakes Trojans. We do have a flag on the play to begin this drive. It is first down for the Thoroughbreds. Excuse me, for the Trojans. They have 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Then they hand it off to the running back. And the running back on the play is tackled for maybe about a gain of 1 if he was lucky. But he is wearing a white helmet, which is very interesting. Sticks out like a sore thumb over here at Mylander Park. The Trojans are huddled up right now discussing their play for second down. They haven't really been having much luck other than maybe penalties moving their way down the field. 2 receivers out to the left, 2 to the right, running back in the backfield. And let's see what tricks they have up their sleeve now. At this point, you're not fighting for a victory, but you're fighting for next week, the game plan, what's going to look best for our opponent next week. And they drop back and look left, pass incomplete down the middle, looked like a slant. That pass was intended for number 24 of the Trojans. And that was going to be Terrell, number 24 of the Trojans, Terrell. It is going to be 3rd down for the Trojans. And now at this point, it's going to be hard 4. Or in other words, you're going to go for it on every single 4th down from here on out until the game is finished. And there's about 8 minutes and 40 seconds for those back home. I know you don't have the game clock on the screen, but don't worry, because that's why I'm here. 8 minutes and 30 seconds and counting. Same formation, 2 receivers to the left and right for the Trojans. Number 14 is jogging his way back to the field. That's going to be Stefano, the quarterback for the Trojans. 1 safety up high for the Thoroughbreds. Man coverage. Nearly intercepted by number 14 of the Thoroughbreds. We got war chants here at Mylander Park. The Thoroughbreds are throwing up the chop. The Thoroughbreds have meant business here at Mylander Park. Fresh off a win, was a shutout win actually, last week. Back-to-back shutout wins, as a matter of fact. For the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds, not only do they get that fabulous trophy that we saw just a short while ago, but they also get to ride what's left of the win streak. The HIALEAH Thoroughbreds have defeated the Miami Stingarees 49-19, and then South Miami 54-0. So, ladies and gentlemen, between last week and this week, the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds have put up 110 points, and the opponents have put up 0 points. We'll be right back. We're going to hear a quick word from our sponsors, but don't go anywhere here on 305 Plus Network. Welcome back to Mylander Park. It's Jamie Nunez here, your play-by-play commentator for 305 Plus Network. 56-0 is the score of the ball game. 5 minutes and 10 seconds or so left in the game. And if you want to hear a crazy stat, I got one for you right now. Within the last 2 weeks of HIALEAH Thoroughbred football, they have put up a combined 110 points. And if you can take a guess as to how many points their opponents have scored in the last 2 weeks, if you said 0, you are absolutely correct. Because that's exactly what's been happening over here at HIALEAH in this football program. 110 points the last 2 weeks. And if you actually want to push it a little bit further, over the past 3 weeks, the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds have put up a combined 159 points to their opponent's 19, and the 19 come from one program, one school only, and that's the Miami Stingarees, who put up 19 on September 19th. Wow. I mean, if that's not a mind-blowing stat, I don't know what a mind-blowing stat is. I mean, that is just a testament to not only the coaching staff of the Thoroughbreds, but that's a testament to the captains and the leaders of the program. That's on the offensive end, on the defensive end, and I'm sure they have a leader there on special teams. Will definitely be sure to speak to the coaches of the Thoroughbreds right after the game for a post-game interview. You can for sure check that out on not only Twitter and Instagram, or X rather, at 305 Plus Network, but you can also catch highlights and replays on Rapid Replay on YouTube, as well as HBCU Plus, 305 Plus Network channels on YouTube. Be sure to follow and subscribe, like, and comment on everything. We'd love to hear your feedback, and we would love for you to tune into all the exciting content that we have in store for you, covering not only this game here at Mylender Park, but for the Commissioner's Cup and all the other exciting rivalries. For example, as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, on the Gridiron Showcase for Week 8 of high school football, we have a doubleheader on the 10th of October, South Dade Buccaneers versus the Miami Stingeries, and the Central Rockets taking on the Stranahan Dragons. That's going to be a fun one. We have not seen the Dragons yet on 305 Plus Network. And then on the 12th, we have the Northern Vikings and American Heritage Patriots. That's going to be a great game. I hope to be there for that one. And if you want to catch those games, you can certainly catch it on 305 Plus Network and the HBCU Plus app. And we do have a punt here. That was a very awkward play right here. The referee is actually tracking the ball down. Not even any Thoroughbreds or Trojans, but there we go. Now we have possession there by the Thoroughbreds. The clock is still ticking. 2 minutes. Actually make that 1 minute and 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It is senior night here for the Trojans. So a lot of family, a lot of friends here, a lot of positive energy here for the for the Trojans on senior night, but unfortunately on the field it didn't go exactly how they wanted it to go. Back-to-back shutout games for the Trojans is not ideal in any way, shape, or form. The coaches of the Trojans did feel like they had bright spots to showcase in this evening's matchup. But unfortunately for us, and unfortunately for the Trojans, they are going to have to wait another week to showcase these bright spots. We do have some substitutions in the game. We are at less than a minute now in the ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, we just want to thank you on behalf of 305 Plus Network and HBCU Plus. Thank you so much for spending your Friday evening with us. Once again, I'm Jamie Nunez, your play-by-play commentator. And big shout out to both of these programs for not only fighting their hearts out, but supporting breast cancer awareness by wearing pink on their uniforms. And it looks like they're just going to let the Trojans just get a touchdown. It looks like a charity touchdown of sorts. And at least they can have one touchdown on senior night. You could hear the fans. You could hear the cheerleaders. They're making noise. And they're showing love. That's pretty cool. I wonder what the backstory to that is right there. Wow, that's really something. That's Miami-Dade football right there if I'd ever seen it. That was a really cool moment. Big shout out, big respect to the Thoroughbreds for doing that. I would really love to know what the story behind that was, but it looked like that the Thoroughbreds purposely moved out of the way just so that Trojan could score the touchdown. The ball game ends, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you so much for tuning into the program, to the broadcast. The final score is going to be 6-56 in favor of the Thoroughbreds. I'm Jamie Nunez. That's going to be the ball game. And as we see here, both teams are lining up to shake each other's hands. There is the trophy, as you can see there. Number 58, Demarion Edgecombe, is going to be the one carrying the trophy for the Thoroughbreds, excuse me. And that really is a sight to see. Demarion Edgecombe, the one you saw with the trophy, ladies and gentlemen, number 58, he's actually one of the captains of the offense, and he is a left tackle for the Thoroughbreds. So you saw him all night long blocking away for his runners and receivers to get a clear path to the end zone. As you can see right there, trophy in hand right there for Mr. Demarion Edgecombe. What a game. And wow. It was senior night for the Trojans. They were able to celebrate a touchdown at the very end, courtesy of the Thoroughbreds. A little bit of good sportsmanship there by the Thoroughbreds. And as you can see, we have a close-up here. Once again, shout out to our 305 Plus Network crew, camera crew, down there in the midst of the action on the field after the game. There he is again, Mr. Demarion Edgecombe, raising that trophy above his head. Edgecombe and the rest of the Thoroughbreds have bragging rights until the next time these two teams meet, these two rival schools meet. As you can see, the whole team is hype right now. And it looks like we have everybody storming the field right now for the Thoroughbreds. The cheerleaders and the players are just going haywire. They don't know how to act here at Mylander Park. They got the trophy. This is their Super Bowl. This is Miami-Dade County football right here, ladies and gentlemen. That right there is a team that has put up 159 points the last 3 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. You heard me right. They have allowed only 19 points, and that was to one school, the Miami Stingarees, and they have put up a combined 159 points over the past 3 weeks. Some programs, ladies and gentlemen, not just in Florida, but in the whole nation, don't even put up 159 points in a season. There it is again. The trophy, the big T, as they call it. Absolutely beautiful. Coaches and players are ecstatic right there on the Thoroughbred sideline. Coaches, players, cheerleaders even, fans especially, family tuning in on the broadcast and in person live are ecstatic. Once again, final score of this ball game was 56-6 in favor of the Thoroughbreds. It was a rival classic between the HIALEAH Miami Lakes Trojans and the HIALEAH Thoroughbreds on HBCU Plus and the 305 Plus Network. Here at Mylander Park, I'm Jamie Nunez. We can't thank you folks enough for tuning in back home to the broadcast. As you can see now, the band is just playing until there's no air left in their lungs. They're ecstatic this Friday night, and I can't blame them. After a 50-point blowout victory, the Thoroughbreds are absolutely wired right now. The coaches are speaking to the players, and I'm actually going to go speak to the head coaches of the Thoroughbreds very shortly, so be sure to follow 305 Plus Network on X, on Twitter, on Instagram. Be sure to follow them and subscribe on YouTube. Rapid replay as well on YouTube for all the highlights and clips. We thank you all so much for tuning in this Friday evening on the 305 Plus broadcast and HBCU Plus. What a blowout. What a win. What a fight. And what an ending right there. As you saw, the Trojans were pretty much given a touchdown, a charity touchdown, if you will, on senior night for them. So at least they have something to celebrate for on top of it being senior night here at Mylander Park. And boy, oh boy, when I said there was explosions, when I said there was fireworks to take place in the second half, you can't call me a liar, because that's exactly what happened. Everyone have a great rest of your weekend. Take care. I'm Jamie Nunez with the 305 Plus Network, and we'll see you next week.